Hello students, myself Shanawaz Kolar. I welcome you all to my YouTube channel Dynamic Classes with Shan. So today we will discuss from one of the topic from the 10th class mathematics, that is arithmetic progression. Students, this is one of the important topic for the exam point. So in detail we are going to discuss in today's class. So let us discuss first with the definition, the arithmetic progression. What do you mean by arithmetic progression? Students, here definition is written on the board. Let's discuss about that. It is a list of numbers in which each term is obtained by adding a fixed number of the preceding terms except the first term. So basically what happens, students, here, as arithmetic progression is one of the example we will take, one of the list of numbers, students. Here some list of number is there in which what we are going to get, each term is obtained by, each term what we are going to obtained by adding a fixed number to the preceding terms. Say for example, I will take one of the number, say for example 2. So if I want to get the next number after the 2, I have to add one fixed number to this preceding term. Preceding means what, students? Here the number which is previous one, means before the next number. Say for example, if I add to this number 3, then 2 plus 3, how much, student? Here that is 5. So 5 is considered as the next number of 2. It means 2 is the preceding term of 5, like that. Now what is the next number to the 5 here? So again I have to add one more, what you call fixed number, that is what, again 3 if I add. So 5 plus 3, how much, student? Here 8. So 8 is the next number of 5 and 5 is the preceding term of 8. So in this way, if you goes on add any fixed number to the preceding term, you will get the next number. So in this way, 8 plus 3 is how much, students? Here 11. So like this you can form infinite numbers. So this, what you call list of number, can be considered as what? AP. Understood, students? One more example we will take here. Say for example 3. So if I am going to add 2 is the fixed number, 2 is the one fixed number to the preceding. So this is the preceding term, so its next number if you want, you have to add what? 2. So 3 plus 2, how much, students? Here 5. Again you add 2 here, 7. Again you add 2 here, 9. So in this way you will get a AP. So this is called as what, student? Here AP. So I hope you understood the definition of arithmetic progression. Students, I think you have got the definition of arithmetic progression as I have given the two examples. Let us take one more example here as 3, 6, 9, so on, student. So here you can get here common difference as 3, 6, 9. 6 minus 3 is how much, student? Here 3. 9 minus 6 is how much, students? Here 3. So as we can see, the common difference between the each term is what? 3. It means the fixed term is what here? 3. So like this you can find many number of. So now we will get, suppose these what the terms which are being given in the AP is usually denoted by that A1, A2, A3, so on. What is the last term, student? Here AN, because AN is nothing but infinite, so the terms will be continuous, so on. So usually what we can say here, the terms of AP are basically denoted by A1, A2, A3, so on, and the last term is denoted by what, student? Here AN. So by this we will get one of the general form of AP, students. By all the examples after seeing, we can get here one of the general form of AP. That general form of AP is, students, the general form of AP is A plus D, A plus 2D, A plus 3D. It will be so on, students, and the A plus n minus 1 into D. So this is called as what, student? Here the general form of AP. So here there are some of the terms as given, that A is nothing but it is the first term, D is given that is a common difference, and n is given that the number of terms. Even about the brief explanation regarding about all these terms you will get in the next classes. So till now what you can understand, that AP definition, example for the AP, and the general form of AP you are going to get. So this A is considered as a fixed term, D is considered as common difference, and the n is nothing but the number of terms. Okay students, now we will discuss about the types of AP. So there are mainly two types of AP, students. Here one is finite AP and the second one is infinite AP. So let's define them and get an example so that you can easily understand the concept here. Finite, the word only indicating an AP consists of finite number of terms, then it is called as what? Finite AP. So example you can get here, that is 2, 4, 6, so on. Say for example 20. Students, one more important thing, whether you are defining with the finite or infinite, when you are giving the example, it should be AP. So how can you call this is an AP? 2, 4, 6. What is the fixed number in this AP? What is the common difference you can get? 4 minus 2 is 2, 6 minus 4 is 2, like this. So 2 is the common difference. So in all the terms it will be common difference will be 2. That's what it is considered as AP. And 2, 4, 6, so on 20, they are considered as the terms of AP. So here basically last number is what here? 20. So next there are no terms are there. So 20 is the final term. It means here there is a finite terms are there. So that's what it is considered as a finite AP. Same way in the infinite AP, what, students? Here an AP consists of infinite number of terms. Means here infinite, there is no end, students. Say for example 1, 2, 3, 4, so on, no end number. So we don't have any final number here, it will be so on, students. Like this we can give 6, 3, 6, 9, so on. So students, can you find here any last term, end term? No. So this is what? Infinite. So infinite number of terms are there. So basically it is considered as what? Infinite AP. So I hope you understood about the types of AP. As you already know the general form of AP. What is the general form of AP, students? Here, as I already said in my previous part, that is A plus D, A plus 2D, so on, A plus n minus 1 into D. So students, here you can find the general form. If you know the general form of an AP, in the general form of an AP, if you know the A and D, A value and D value if you know, so you can form a many number of APs. Say for an example, here I will take A as a 2 and D is a 3. So suppose if you know the A value and D value, you can form any number of APs. So in this way, just take an example. Now this A value I will put this. So A is what here? 2. So A is 2, D is 3. So 2 plus 3 is 5. How much? 2. 2 3 is a 6. So here 6 plus 2 is how much? 8. And again it will be so on. Even you can put in this also as 2 plus n minus 1 into 3. So it will be how much? So it will be considered as last term. Usually we don't use this last term. So this is considered as an what? AP. Okay. Even if you know the value of A is what do you call 3 and D is 1. So 3 comma 3 plus 1, 4 comma 3 plus 2 into 1 is 2, 3 plus 2 is 5. So like this it will be continuous 3, 4, 5, 6. So like this, if you know the value of A and value of D, you can form n number of what you call many number of APs you can form. So I hope you understood the introductory part of the arithmetic progression. In our next video we will start with the exercise part. So exercise of the arithmetic progression one by one. Thank you.